Welcome everyone on today's Metal3 Community meeting. My name is Adam Rosman and I will be your host today. Please remember that the meeting is recorded. Today is 25th of May 2022, and as always, let's start with the introductions. If somebody would be new to the meeting, you can introduce yourself, but I see that there are no new members here. So first agenda point from Furkat: IP reuse feature supporting KPM3 using new Metal3 IP claim name format. Please, Furkat.
Thank you. Hi, folks. This is a feature that I'm working on, IP reuse feature in KVM3 using the new Metal3 IP claim name format. So what we are trying to do here is to make the IP addresses or like the allocations of the IP addresses attached or like eventually landing on the nodes being predictable. So as is now, if you could open the link, Adam, for a sec on the second one. Yeah. Yeah, as is now, Metal3, the KPM3 controller will be working in pair with IPAM controller, which uses this pre-allocations field. This field is used when you specify the claim that this name has this IP address. The problem is that the string in this map is the Metal3 IP claim name, and this Metal3 IP claim is automatically generated when we create the Metal3 data. So Metal3 claim name is created in a way that it is Metal3 data name dash Metal3 IP pool name. I think I put it there. Yeah, this is the current format how it creates the Metal3 IP claim name. And the name is for the reason of keeping the uniqueness. It will fetch that Metal3 data template name, and it will add a dash index like 0 or 1, so that we don't have a control over that. Like whenever we create a Metal3 machine, it will request the Metal3 data, and that Metal3 data will be created from Metal3 data template, and that index of that Metal3 data could be completely random. So for example, if we upgrade 2 nodes at a time, the first node could get the Metal3 data name with, let's say, index 0, and the second one could get it with index 1. And if you upgrade once again, on the next one, it could invert, and it could get the other way around the indexes. So with this feature, what we are trying to do is we want to make those IP allocations predictable. And to do that, we are using that. We are planning to use this pre-allocation field provided. And predict beforehand that the specific IP address should be there for the specific BMH. So the name of the Metal3 IP claim would be, in a new format, would be BMH name plus Metal3 IP pool name, in a way that when we do the upgrade, let's say using this pre-allocations field, we could specify the entries like BMH1 has this, like claim 1 has this IP, and the claim itself name would have the BMH name, so that we could use that specified IP address for the specific BMH. And yeah, this is the basic idea we are trying to do here. And if you are using this IP allocations, this pre-allocations field, And if you are dependent on that, it might be a breaking change for you. So I wanted to know, and like take this up to the community, that if someone is working or if someone is using it or like relying on it, it might be a breaking change. And I wanted to know your opinions. Although what I'm planning to do is introduce a feature gate so that to keep the current workflow, so that we will keep the old format of Metal3 IP claim name with data name and pool name, but whoever wants to use the new format with BMH name included in the IP claim, they could use that feature gate flag through the controller and have their claim names with BMH name included. Yeah, that's the basic idea, what we are trying to do here. And please let me know if you have any questions or if any concerns regarding this change. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, do any of you have a question related to this? If you don't have a direct question related to this, it would be anyways part of the triaging today. So is there anyone here who opposes accepting this as a new feature proposal? I would just accept this and would write under this that please create a formal proposal, not just an issue. Is there a problem with that? Okay, if not, then formal proposal PR and let's continue the discussion there. Let's see. I have. Okay. Is it okay, Furkat, if we do it like that?
Yeah, sure. Anyone can comment and feel free to have your opinions on the issue.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. Next one is for Leonard. Question about replacing BMC when working with BMO/irony.
Yes.
Sorry, Adam, is your voice breaking just for me or?
I also hear it. It sounds like, I don't know, the maybe the connection is a bit weak or something.
Okay. What part would you like me to repeat?
I think it started actually when you started recording. Maybe it's the laptop is running hot or something.
Okay. Let's see. I will.
But I think for me it's okay. I can still make out what you're saying. But
1 second, I will check my laptop. No, the load is not that big. I have quite the headroom still, so it's something. It might be my connection is slow. Okay, but what else should I do? Is it better now, or is it still breaking up?
it's still breaking up for me at least.
We can understand you. It just sounds like your voice has been fed through one of those things that makes it sound like a robot.
Yeah. But for me, I think for me it's fine. We can move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry everyone, then please Lennart.
Yep. All right. So yeah, we got a question, a use case about replacing the baseboard management controller. Yeah, I'm basically investigating what it takes, what's possible to do, and if there are issues. So I thought I would bring it up in case people already know about how to do this or something like that. So yeah, the use case is replacing the baseboard management controller, potentially switching the protocol and credentials in the same time, and ideally without disruption to the workload. So does someone already know that? Do you do this, and have you tried it? Is it working?
That does not work and probably will never work.
Okay. Any more details, like what where's the limitation?
I mean, that's it's just like fundamentally the BMC is the host. Like, you can't treat them as separate things. So if you like, if you take, so the webhook will prevent you from doing this if you're running it.
Yeah.
But if you take a existing bare metal host and just point it at another BMC, like we're not going to know the state of that.
Right. Yeah.
Trying to think exactly what would happen in Ironic.
I'm thinking maybe I'm describing what we want to do here a bit bad. So what we are trying to do is basically just replacing it. So not like
you just want to switch the protocol or something like that.
Yeah. Basically, like we already have another BMC that we can use. We just want to fail over to it or something like that.
Or change it on the fly, I would say. Like, when we already reference the BMC, the existing one, so that we could change that one to the something else that we already have.
Problem is we have no way of telling with what you're trying to save. You may be changing it to a different protocol that's supported on the same BMC, or to a the IP address changed and now you want to change it, but there's no way we can tell the difference between that and you're just changing it to point to a completely different BMC, and all of the data is going to be inconsistent.
Yeah, I think I understand the caveats. Basically, changing the protocol could mean that like all the supported features change as well, right?
Yeah, that too. And even like it's even hard to tell just like from the URL. I had two different things pointing to the same host. Like for example, with Redfish, there are BMCs where you'll have one BMC managing a bunch of hosts because it's a blade server or whatever. And so the part that changes is actually in the path of the URL, and the IP address is the same across the bunch. So there's no way in general for us to verify that any given change is safe. And that's why the webhook will prevent any change.
All right. So that sounds very sane.
Yeah. So I guess what you can say is you can disable the webhook, and then you can do anything you like. In some cases, that might work okay for you. I haven't tested. I wouldn't. I
Yeah,
couldn't be
yeah.
sure what's going to happen with Ironic, but it definitely opens you up to users doing crazy things that will leave them in weird, inconsistent states that they, are impossible to debug.
Absolutely. Let's say well, I can describe there the following point there, or the next one. So I played a bit with this today and yesterday, and I got I read up on Ironic and node adoption, which seemed a bit like what I'm trying to do. Like I wanted to get around the whole webhook preventing me from doing things and well, potential issues around that. I went with an approach where I add this detached annotation. So BMO will not basically manage the host anymore. Then I deleted it. So thanks to the detached annotation, it won't deprovision. So now it's left completely unmanaged. Then I recreated it, but with different. Basically, I used the Metal3 devend, so I just switched between the VBMC and the Sushi tools, and I used the status annotation to get the status of this new bare metal host. This seemed to work. I could still it didn't deprovision or reprovision or inspect or anything, but I totally get that there could be issues if switching to a different protocol and things like that. But from an Ironic standpoint, I looked through the logs a bit on the BMO, and it looks like Ironic is doing this node adoption, and I think that's what I want to do. Any ideas around that?
Yeah, no, that sounds like it should work actually, because you're deleting the node from Ironic and not trying to change it on the fly. So Ironic is not the source of truth, right? The bare metal host CR is the source of truth.
Yeah.
And the Ironic database can disappear at any time, and we will recover from that by creating a new node and adopting it if necessary. If bare metal host thinks it's in a provision state, then we'll adopt an Ironic. So
Great.
yeah, I think what you described should work. Unmanage it, delete the host, edit the status to have the right BMC, and then reload it. Yeah.
Great.
I can't think of a problem with that. Obviously, there's again, it's not safe in general.
No.
But but if you do it right, then it should work.
Great. Thank you very much for your insights. This is very helpful.
Cool.
I think that's it for my point.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just taking some notes.
By the way, if it's just the credentials you want to change, that should just work. You should just be able to edit the secret and it'll start using the new ones.
Right. Yeah. So it's just the actual this
the
address
BMC
field.
URL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay, I try to write some notes then. Is there anything else for this? Okay, if not, then next is from Himanshu. By the way, is my son better now or still a robot?
Still a robot.
Okay. So please, Himanshu.
Yeah, so this is a new PR for the remaining annotation validation. So I have some like if folks can take a look and see if like things look good, like I can add more test cases. But other than that, like if it does what we are looking for. So please provide reviews regarding that. And so there are a couple of annotations here. And
Okay, I'm just quickly looking at what's happening here. Okay. Okay, and I guess these in the docs are.
these are some old PRs. So if they look good, like if they still make sense, then please review and merge them. And they've been sitting around for quite some time. So
Okay.
both of these, yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. Yeah. That was hearted by Kashif back then. Okay. I will see myself. And who reads documentations? Maybe. And but of course anybody else can check it. These are, as I understand, these are just for the presentation, right? Minor
Right.
things. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And the other, this is also right.
This is also it's a presentation actually for the BMO.
Yeah, for the deep dive. Yeah, and this actually has reviewers. That was 40, then the hold was cancelled. I added people. Okay. Yeah, please review this. Thanks. Is there any question for this? I don't think so. Maybe for the BMO annotations. Is there somebody who would be interested to take a look for this whip? Just take a look. It's just a whip. Okay, if nobody, I won't force anybody. But please take a look. Okay. So these were all the agenda points. Is there any other thing that you want to bring up that's not on the agenda? Okay, if not, then let's quickly do the triaging. So first one was this BMO loses state of nodes and requires database rebuild. I asked for more information here. We got a lot of logs. Based on these, it's still like my problem is not even the presence or the lack of the logs, but how to recreate the problem. Like I would still need something to know how to reproduce it, because it's not happening in DevAmp. It was not reported to us, at least from real hardware. So I'm not sure. Okay, I will still have here some few questions.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. Like obviously not willing to give us the whole log. Just like a couple of lines out of a log doesn't really give us any idea what's happening, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. What was the day? Okay, this will stay here. That's not enough info. Okay, AppKey deprecated and scheduled for removal after Ubuntu 22. Okay, that's, I think that's like, it's understandable. Like this will be deprecated. And if it is deprecated, then we have to remove it. Accepted. What's this feature bug? Oh, bug. Thanks, Leonard, for reporting this. Next one. Oh, okay, this was, why do we need it? This is a question. Furkat, will you be able to mark this as a question also? Okay.
I think Furkat had to go.
Yeah, okay. Then I will ask him or somebody who has the rights to add the question mark. But it's basically accepted because it was answered. But okay, sorry. Then this one was okay, sorry, my dog is going crazy. So this one, I think it's the continuation, the same thing. Could this be because of the passwordless sudo is not enabled for this person? Could that cause this?
Could also be AppArmor or SE Linux.
Or it could be multiple things, but certainly not the code because it's working for others. What was the one that you have mentioned, Dimitri? I didn't hear it.
AppArmor or SE Linux
I
can
see.
sometimes cause issues like that.
Okay, thanks. I will accept this also because it's like a question. Let's see. And then the last one is the odd connection test. I don't currently have specific tests that checks if pods can reach each other. Of course, many tests will fail if there are connection issues between pods/nodes, but it can be hard to debug and conclude that the issue is coming from network issues. Therefore, I suggest adding tests specifically for this. A good example, use this to ensure the network is operational in the cluster. That's a good idea. Net check.
Yeah. I thought about it today when we were having some errors in the CI that we suspect could be because of this. So it would be just a nice sanity check. Not sure if we should have it in all the tests, but it would be nice to have it. So like if we run this first, like we create the workload cluster, we run the net check, then we know that the networking is working. And then after that, we can continue.
But this would be inside the cluster, right?
Yeah. This net checker is deployed. There is one deployment with the server, and then there is a daemon set. So you get one pod on all the nodes, and then it checks basically that all the pods can reach the server, and you can check this through the third point there. You get something connectivity check. This one should tell you the status. Did all of them work?
And when you mentioned that check between the pods and the server, you mean the host and the pods, or what you mean on the server?
So there will be one server pod, and there will be one of these agent pods on all the hosts. Actually, I think you can even tell it to use both host networking or not host networking. So you can check both, like directly between the nodes with host networking, or you can check the internal cluster network, like from pod to pod.
Sounds interesting. And in our case, when we have these target clusters or clusters, multiple clusters, we have basically that's okay. I think that this is anyways good to have some sort of sanity checking for the network.
Yeah, I think we have in some tests already, we have this that we deploy Nginx or something, but we don't really check anything other than that it becomes running. But maybe we could actually replace that with this, and it would be the same kind of check that it's running, but also check the network.
Yeah. Okay. For me, it's fine. Is there any other opinion with this related to this? And you planned it to be part of the event, right? The tests.
Yeah, yeah.
Or have you planned it to be part of the E2E stuff, the E2E tests?
Right. I haven't thought so much about it.
Okay.
Maybe it's best that the one who takes this up and works on it can check where it fits best.
Okay. Thanks. Let's see if the labels get there. Okay. Okay, we are finished with the needs triage. Let me quickly run through the help wanted. And I think because we are quite short on time, I will skip the stale. I will, or maybe not even the have wanted. I think the have wanted is better if we are not checking that one. Let's check the stale. I already checked the first one. That is actually stale. So I think there is no one from the hardware classification controller. This is quite long running and we cannot close this because the hardware classification controller is still using a master branch instead of the main branch. We have to figure out something here and I have to check who is the maintainer here because we can't have it like this, unfortunately. Okay, HVC logs should include parameters against which comparison is done. That's very old. And oh, it was already me who accepted it. Lifecycle stale. It was in January, still in February. There is no linked issue. I won't remove it. I will ask, is it still going on? Okay. Next one. HVCC again. Still same situation. Right. So, okay. These are all from the hardware classification stuff. Okay, I will add the questions later. Bare metal operator. Some drivers at an false from needs Mac. do they need Mac to adopt? There was one bug merged. Still life cycle. It's BMO. Is somebody working on this?
I don't think anyone's working on it.
Okay, I will keep it still. Metal3 data template DNS overrides are not applied. Yes, and I ask for help so that can stay in still. Firmware update, we know the story there, very old. Have fun that, no, okay, those two needs help. User guide, introduction. Okay, these are, okay, so now we have so much stale because all the docs also got stale. Okay, those stay still until somebody picks them up. Or actually, what is our policy? I haven't checked. If it goes to frozen, will it be automatically deleted or will it just stay frozen? Does anybody remember? I would guess it just stays there as frozen.
Frozen just stays forever, I think.
Okay. Good. Then we don't need to check that. This is also, and what do we have here? These were all, this was what Leonard made once. This is all just one that needs help. The infinite reconcile loops. Yeah. I leave all the help until one. And what's this? Can't make successful on. Oh my. We can close this. Good. And can I close it with command? Not. Of course not. Oh, I can. Wow, nice. Then this is closed. Host firmware settings. Okay, this needs a help label. Because it looks like, and I will also ask that actually. But I think nobody worked on this. But I will ask this. Okay, Okay, so most of the stale is documentation, some from the hardware classification that are just very old stuff, and a few other things that is waiting for help for a long time got stale. Nothing really unexpected here. Good. And if I just go to the frozen, let's see, did something change there? No, we have this very old one. Yeah, we discussed it multiple times and asked for updates on this. It is frozen. And then let's just quickly run through the half one that we have 9 minutes. Good first issue, not important. We checked this already, and this both all of these stairs, all waiting for help. Please, if you have time, check the help wanted ones. We are slowly but surely there are more and more of these help wanted. Some for Metal3 some for PMO, but nothing new here. Okay, so I think that was all for the triaging. Is there any suggestion, problem, question, improvements, anything else other than my robot voice? Okay, if not, then thanks for your time. Sorry for the bad voice quality and the dog, and we will see each other next week.
Thank you, Adam, for hosting.
Thank you.
Thank you.